reusing the core PowerBuilder technology. Hello and welcome to my presentation. I will show you how to reuse DataWindows in a new architecture, the Web API. Session agenda. Introduction. We will talk about DataWindows and the .NET DataStore. How to reuse DataWindows, focusing on the business logic. How to use the .NET DataStore. Examples, demo session. And finally, the summary. My name is Gianluca De Bonis, or Gian, or Luca, Italian living in Spain. I am CEO and CTO of Enable Development and the product owner of the PB Open migration program. I'm an international consultant working with more than 150 customers all over the world. I've created hundreds of solutions and several products based on PowerBuilder technology. Company profile. Enable Development, an Appeon consulting partner, helps companies to enhance the productivity and the quality of their development by providing consulting, training, mentoring, and software development services. With more than 150 customers all over the world, Enable Development organizes a network of consultants, mostly freelancers, and provides development services on projects it manages directly, instead of hiring out IT specialists, backed by a team of about 300 developers. DataWindow is a great technology, but is still current. The DataWindow is the central technology on which PowerBuilder is built. The success of our applications greatly depends on this technology. The original DataWindow is based on a syntax SRD and on the PBVM. This is surely outdated. The DataWindow is fast, effective, powerful, and easy to use. Is there a space for DataWindows in the .NET world, where Entity Framework is the leading technology, and considering the outdated SRD definition? Well, let's see the .NET DataStore. It eliminates the SRD, describing a data window by models and attributes, reproduces the same behavior of the data window. It is still fast, effective, powerful, easy to use, and most important, it allows preserving the PowerBuilder logic, because the data window methods are supported. And why should we use the .NET DataStore with so many other solutions available? Because we have thousands of data windows. Because our logic is based on buffer processing. Because the result is pure C#. Because the migration is quick and easy. Let's see how. As we said, we have thousands of data windows. Which tools does SnapDevelop have to help us? The Data Window Migrator converts data windows to C# models, uses the most important attributes using the SRD, and this is perfect for non-visual use. The PowerScript Migrator converts PowerScript to C# and can be used both for learning and for conversion. The converted logic is equivalent and can be adjusted or taken as suggested. It is only for non-visual logic. Visual logic stays in the UI. When converting data windows to C#, I've heard several times the following questions. But where do we put the Itemchanged code? Can I show the data window in a web page? All my reports are data windows. How to do this in C#? With the Web API, the focus is on the business logic. That means that the UI, either PowerBuilder-based or rewritten, will be without business logic, basically like an empty box. We will see how to handle these questions in the demo session. How to use the .NET DataStore. First of all, we convert the data window to a C# model. It's very easy. Select the data windows from the PowerBuilder workspace open in SnapDevelop and select Convert Data Window to C# model. You can rename the models and set the generation properties. Then you can generate the model. Keep in mind the non-visual nature of the model. Then you need to write the Web API to access the data window functionalities. And one great way is by using the scaffolding feature. The Web API can be used for PowerBuilder clients and for generic clients. The difference is that PBE has functionalities to connect the data windows to the Web API by synchronizing the buffers, pretty much as the getSetFullState was doing. If you plan to use only PowerBuilder as a client, the Web API can be simplified. However, the Web API is your asset and is thought to be used for many years to come. I recommend you to add methods for generic clients. We will switch now to the code to see some useful examples. How to manage the item-changed events. Is this business logic or UI logic? Item-changed will be implemented in the UI, triggering Web API calls for every non-visual processing. How complete is the .NET DataStore API? Does it support dynamic data windows, DWOs, computed fields? Dynamic data windows are supported as DWOs and computed fields. How can we use data windows for reporting? Is the UI lost? And what about computed fields? They are supported as usual. How to use the new data window with a PBE UI, how to code it in PBE. How to use the new data window with a non-PBE UI, how to implement it. Let's go now to the demo session. Example 1, item changed. This is the traditional item changed event. On the left, you can see the original code. That is a mix of business logic and UI logic. On the right, the solution using the Web API. You can see that we are replacing the business logic part, that is the one where we are selecting the product features. Instead, we are calling the Web API that takes care of this part. The code right bottom is just code factorized. You can implement this code in the framework so that you can simplify the way to call the Web API from your PowerBuilder user interface. Example 2, dynamic data windows and DWOs. Here are some examples of code from Appeon documentation. The first one, top left, it's an example of dynamic data window creation. You can notice the create from SQL. The second one, top right, is an example of use of DWOs, where DW meta replaces object in the object notation. The third one, bottom left, is an example of evaluate function with global function management. You can see that the function myfunc is defined in a class that is declared with the add global function method. The last example shows some computed fields, and they can be accessed and used as in PowerBuilder with the getItem method. So you can see from here that all the typical methods that we are used to have in PowerBuilder are supported with the new .NET DataStore. Example 3, reporting. We don't have as yet the PDF export for DataStore. However, I don't feel we miss it. The presentation is not the strongest part of the data window, and several reporting tools outperform the data window when focusing on the presentation. Still, the DataStore can be used for extracting a JSON result set that can be used to feed the report. Look at these examples. It seems like something that you can obtain with the standard PowerBuilder tools. However, the precision of formatting of new reporting tools, like the padding of the cells, the alignment, vertical alignment, and all the possible formatting layouts are very easy to create with a modern reporting tool. The only important thing is that the .NET Data Store is capable to extract this JSON result set and to pass it to a reporting tool. Example 4. Using the window in PowerBuilder. If you have implemented the Web API for PB clients, retrieving and updating the data window from PowerBuilder is extremely easy. Use the new REST client object, and especially the retrieve and submit methods. On the left side, you can see the two methods created by the scaffolding features. Notice the DataStore in the method prototypes. On the right side, the change to the PowerBuilder code. Now, this change in the PowerBuilder code could seem complicated, but in fact you can embed easily this change at a framework level. Example 5. Using data window in JavaScript. If you implemented the Web API for generic clients, you need to manage the buffers and the interface by JSON result sets, like you can see here with the Web API tester, part of Snap Develop. We have two methods here that exchange a model and not an DataStore, and we can receive the data as JSON result set, and as we can update data by using JSON result set as input. So to answer the typical question, can we use a data window in a web page? Well, currently we don't have a data window for a web page, but we can implement with the basically every available solution. We can implement data window by using tables, by using components, by UI toolkit, and those tables will just call the Web API to retrieve data and to update data. It's very easy. Finally, a summary. PB applications are made of two components, data windows and related business logic. Thanks to the .NET Data Store and the powerful Snap Develop tools, migrating data windows and the related business logic is possible, easy, and productive. The .NET Data Store is as flexible and powerful as the original Data Store object. Why not to start today? Thank you for attending this presentation. Goodbye.